Hi everybody, this is Steve Gamache for Chef Knives to Go, and this is another quick look product video. What we have this time is the Kohetsu 1K6 Tsuchime Bunka 175mm knife. You know what, I think I have a typo in there, but let's just leave it. So ignore the H, it should be Tsuchime, not Tsuchime. The knife has all stainless construction, and so it's made out of steel you can look at on the product page called 1K6 full stainless steel. Heat treat's about 60 on that steel. It's a monosteel construction where it's laser cut and then ground to shape. Fit and finish is actually quite nice on these. The weight and dimensions can vary just a little bit from knife to knife, but this particular one is 160 grams or 5.6 ounces. The edge length is about 7 inches or 178 millimeters from the tip to the back of the heel here. And the overall length of this handle is about 325 millimeters or 12.8 inches. The spine thickness, it's a pretty thin blade and it's got a fair amount of stiffness to it because of the construction, but it's fairly stiff as well. The thickness here is about 2 millimeters, and about halfway down it's about 2 millimeters, and down here it's about 2 millimeters. You get the picture. The Bunka style, we got that reverse sword tip, so you get that corner turn there. Got a fair amount of polish to it. Got a pretty generous grind. It's real easy to see. You've got a random hammered pattern on it. That's the Tsuchime or pebble finish to it. And then you can see the grind here where it's starting to get ground down towards the edge. And it gets pretty thin at that tip. It's not super wafer thin, but it's pretty darn thin. That'll be a good performing tip on there. And then here is the choil shot, so it's pretty thin at the edge as well. Fair amount of polish on this, as you can tell from the light shining on it. Blade height is about 47 millimeters at the back, so you got plenty of room for your fingers there on the cutting board. The handle is octagonal, very nice handle. They just labeled as redwood with a black packawood ferrule on it. Nice fit and finish on that handle. It's a bit bigger around and a little bit heavier than some handles. It might, I don't know, in my opinion, this could be slightly big for this knife, but that brings the balance point back a bit because the handle material is a little bit on the heavy side, and it's a little bit long and it's a little bit kind of big for this style of blade compared to a lot of them that I see. But so that's going to bring the balance point back. It's actually balance point, it's a little hard to show here, but it's just in front of the handle. So it's definitely going to be a little handle heavy with the pinch grip. It's just the style of the blade, because the blade's not that long and it's thin and it's pretty light. The fit and finish is nicely done on these. Let's look at the beauty shot here. Get that all looking halfway decent here. So this is the right side of the blade as you'd be holding it. So you've got your hammered finish on there. You've got some embossed kanji, or I should say kind of screened in laser kanji on there. And then this is the left side of the blade. Again, you got that hammered finish there and my fingerprints. They've done a nice job of fit and finish on the spine, a little bit of relief on the corners, and they've done a little bit of relief on the choil into the neck, so it's very comfortable to wield. And out of the box edge, 5, maybe 6 out of 10. It's not the world's best edge, but this steel will get nice and sharp for you as long as you do your part. I think that's about it. Let's look at the cutting board profile. Alright, so let's see what this thing looks like. So you can see they're pretty aggressive on the belly on this. It flows into a pretty nice flat. So it's actually got a pretty good flat spot right there that it goes right into that. So that'll chop real nice back there. And then the belly is fairly aggressive towards the tip. So I can get way up in, I'm getting up in here for that tip wants to start digging in. So that means this will rock effectively. This will be a nice rocker. Good chopping at the back, push-pull cuts, glide cuts, of course. You can also do tip draws, but you'll have to bring the handle up fairly high because of that belly, which facilitates the easy rocking. But very nice profile. Given that's not really long, they've done a lot with that edge profile. So just a nice combination of fit and finish, performance, looks. This is the all stainless construction. This is the Kohetsu 1K6 Tsuchime, misspelled, Bunka 175mm knife.